Hey, what's up everyone? This is Snackbox. Welcome back to the channel. Guys, in today's video, I want to show you something in Grim Forest. Yesterday on stream, I actually beat the final boss. I got it finally done. It was relatively easy, but to be fair, I also beat all the mini bosses, so, you know, that made it a lot easier. First thing I want to show you is where to find all the crowns. Obviously, we have Alaz right here. Down here next to the end boss. Then the other crown was on our base right here. That is pretty much on the left side in the west. Basically, one stage that is close is M74 or M17 at the top. So it's in between there where the river is basically. And then the other crown is on Endrock in the east. It's pretty much between M46 and M48. That's where you get the crowns, and then you also have the bosses pretty near to those stages. You have one boss at the very top, next to the purple area on the left side, right where M6 is, and then you have another boss on the right side of the purple area, where M28 is, above M33. One boss is pretty much in the middle, that I already showed you, below the purple area, like on the border to the, to the ash fields. And then the last mini boss is at the very bottom to the east of the main boss. So after I defeated the boss, the purple area unlocked, and I have to say this was, a little bit more challenging, but it was also fun. So if you want to check that out, you can rewatch the stream if you want. And yeah, it was actually pretty fun. So the thing that I want to get to now is, what is next? What am I going to do now? Obviously, there are a lot more stages that I can beat and also get some more remnants. We have these mythical bosses here where you can get 5 remnants from, and also some gear chests here and there from other bosses, and a lot of stages still that I can still complete. But once you got them all done, it is not over. It is not over yet, because all of these footsteps, right? All of these footsteps can be a chest, one of these charms, this for the treasure hunter chest right here at the bottom. It can be a mimic, which has insane rewards too, can have mythical gemstones, or an ambush, for an additional stage that you can beat for additional currency. So you never know. We are only like 10 days in, right? It's going to be for another 3 weeks. All right, we have Grim Forest for another 3 weeks. That's 10 days. And I pretty much beat the boss and the purple area and so on. But we're not even close to, having the full Grim Forest being completed. There's a lot more to explore, and you should definitely not skip the footsteps, okay? There are also dead ends. Let me actually find one. So here's the dead end, right? This is just a footstep right here. And there's also the altar. I actually collected all of them. Let me actually move myself on the other side. So I collected all the altars as well. And I got a few curios, which we're going to talk about in a second. But first, I want to show you this. So I don't know what's going to be in this footstep. Maybe it's just nothing. Could be nothing, but maybe something is in there. So let's see. All right. So in this one, there was nothing. Now, there's another dead end right here. Let's reveal this one. And we got an extra charm. So there we go. We got one more charm. Now we need another 4. Then we get the chest. So as you can see, just because there's a footstep and there's a dead end, it doesn't mean that it's not something rewarding, right? So you want to make sure to reveal all these footsteps to make sure you get all of the rewards possible. Let's search for another dead end. There's one right here. Nothing in this one. Can I find one more? Let's see. There's one more dead end right here. There has to be something, right? 2 footsteps. Let's see. And we got an ambush. As you can see, normally you wouldn't move there, but that's extra energy right there, right? So that is exactly why you should not stop completing this map, even though you fought all the battles. Keep revealing all these footsteps, because you never know what's in there. It might be a mimic, might be a chest, might be a nice mercurial artifact piece, accessory, relic mats. Who knows? You know, I had somebody asking me yesterday, man, it's 10 days in, I've beat the boss, I've beat the purple area, I'm pretty much done with Grim Forest. And I had to tell him that he's completely wrong because there's so much more to do. All these other stages, all the footsteps can contain an ambush, can contain, you know, one of these rewards that I mentioned earlier. And it is definitely not over yet, even if you know, defeated the main boss and the purple area and so on. There's still a lot more to do. I actually also bought my first large vendor chest, which was actually pretty amazing. A lot of 6-star gear in there. I don't know about the other ones. I was told that the lower chests, they have lower rarities and ranks. Might be possible. But then also I have a lot of Grim coins, which I haven't used yet. And I think the best one to buy in here, the best curio to buy in here is the knife, which deals additional max HP damage every 8th, 7th, and 6th turn. If it's rank 3, it's going to be every 6 turns. You will deal max HP damage to 1, 3, or 5 if ranked up enemies. So that is a pretty strong curio. Then we also have this one, the Phoenix Quill, which is pretty amazing. It increases the amount of Grim Forest XP you gain for completing battles. So if you get that one early, you level up a lot more and you get more cards and so on and more bonus stats, which is absolutely amazing. That, you know, it makes the whole content easier for you. So that is a huge one. Same as this one right here, which decreases each enemy's defense by 3, 5, or 10%. Just makes you deal a lot more damage, basically like a cruelty or decreased defense effect. And yeah, those are the 3 outstanding curios so far, in my opinion. But as you can see, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 slots more. So there are 18 different ones in total. And I only discovered 10 so far, right? I only discovered 10 so far. There are 8 more that I haven't discovered yet. And you can also only buy those 6 different ones in the vendor. So in general, I would always have Grim coins saved up to like 2.5k. So you can always buy the squad reshuffle if needed. And the rest you can just happily spend. There's nothing you can do with the coins other than by buying curios or the squad reshuffle. And then obviously you want to get the Grim Gold for the vendor chests. So right now I actually want to defeat those high level mimics, right? Because they pretty much have the juicy loot in them. And that is where it's at, right? So you really want to make sure you reveal all the footsteps, get as many mimics as you can, because the rewards are very, very juicy. All right, everyone's geared. Let's go in there. Little Miss Annie is an absolute beast for the mimic. She has the heal reduction on the A1, so it doesn't even matter if she's booked or not. And boom, there's the heal reduction. Love this champion, really. She's so great. Also, she has, you know, if you have a high blessing, she can deal a lot of damage, which is insane. She can really smack hard because she's already ignoring a lot of defense on her skill itself. And then she has a decreased defense on the A1. She has the heal reduction, which makes the mimic so much easier. And as you can see, she's also self-buffing, which doesn't really matter here because we already have Fina for the increased attack. But yeah, just the A1 alone can pretty much carry this fight. Now let's see. I'm pretty much just ignoring the little mimic. It doesn't even matter because we have the heal reduction. And also, maybe you noticed it, the Brimstone is also doing a lot of work here and very nice to have. So if you're lacking damage, make sure to bring Brimstone. That's going to carry you through most of the boss fights, to be honest. And making sure that you deal enough damage. There we go. Replace the heal reduction. So we didn't even care about, the turn meter, the mini mimic. Nothing matters really here. But if you want to do this the smart way, you can bring decreased defense, decrease speed, add turn meter control, and then make sure the mimic doesn't take a lot of turns. That's also something you could do. And just, control the whole fight with turn meter control and, making the mimic slower. And there we go. We'll just put it on auto here, and that should be it. So let's see. Will we get a mythical gemstone? I saw a lot of people getting a mythical gemstone, which is absolutely amazing. I love to see it. And we got 2 fragments. Nice. We got 5 mythical materials for the relics. Also pretty good. And 100 grim gold. So yeah, pretty nice. As you can see, you can get the fragments here. I don't know how many fragments you get in total out of 1 heart rotation, but it should be around 15, something like that. Not quite sure. So let's see. We can pick a card here, and I'm going to go for HP percentage and resistance, which looks absolutely amazing. So let's choose that. Now let's see. Is this another mimic maybe? No, it's a medium chest. All right. Can we maybe find another chest somewhere? I think I pretty much collected all of the chests already. And yeah, I'm just gonna do these ones right here. Didn't really do anything. All right. Let's get the extra energy here because right now I need it for the Gear Hunters event actually. So that would help a lot. And here we go. We're gonna make quick work of Necmo. Got 100 energy. Lovely. Let's move up here and see what's up there. Oh, some chaos powder. Quite nice. And another curios chest. So let's defeat Yannicka first. So yeah, with all the curios and everything we have so far, all the bonus stats, this is really a walk in the park, basically. Let's collect this chest. Oh, and it's a new one. Old Captain's Pipe. At the start of every 10th turn, places one of the following buffs on random allies. Increase defense, increase attack, increase speed, increase accuracy, crit damage, crit rate. That is also pretty cool. Every 10 turns, you get a random buff. Not bad, actually. So let's keep moving. Up here, there's another chest right there. And it's a large chest with another 8 mythical relic mats. Lovely. I love to get those. I think I'm pretty close to 100 mythical mats. I should have almost a full craft now because you get 50 from the ant boss. Let's collect this chest right here. We have to beat this stage real quick. I'm gonna make it real quick. So right now it's pretty much like I, almost collected all the rewards that I, that are not hidden that I would love to have. All the ones that are left, there's maybe a legendary book and maybe some artifact chests. But other than that, there's nothing really that I desperately want or need. Most interesting part for me are the relic mats, to be honest. And they are in those chests, right? So I want to make sure to get those chests as fast as possible. That's why I'm also always happy about those those surprise chests on those footsteps. So let's do one more mimic. I have one more energy left. And we have Little Miss Annie again, which is perfect. We also have Fina and Galathier. So that should be really quick work. Everyone should be geared, so let's just go in here. The thing that I don't like about the Grim Forest bosses is that one debuff pretty much counters the whole kit, right? And it's also for the other bosses. It's rather freeze or block buffs, and then they literally don't do anything. We got a rare gemstone here, very unfortunate, but this is a good one for Chimera trials, for the Reflect trial. If you use this one, this really helps on your Sneak Track, Geomancer, or even Gizmek, but Gizmek doesn't even need it. He reflects so much that he doesn't need the gemstone, doesn't need additional help, but Sneak Track does, not necessarily, but it helps. It makes it easier. All right, guys. So that was my energy for today. And I'm going to keep completing the map. Gonna get the remnants next. I think that's my plan. There's one right here. I think I saw a couple others that I want to collect. And maybe I can get another full craft. How many relic materials do we have now? 80. We're at 80 relic mats, so I need another 20. Once I get another 20, I'm probably gonna do the relic crafting video. Also, I need another 13 faction wars mats, and then we are good to go, basically. So yeah, guys, with that being said, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you enjoyed, please hit the like button. It really goes a long way. Also, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more raid content. The YouTube algorithm is gonna suggest your video that you might like right here, and see you in the next one.